What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pure Golf page. Today, special day, I'm with my boy Kev.
How's it going?
The PGA store. Kev, do you want to introduce yourself, say what we're doing today, everything like that?
Today we're going to be fitting Zach for some irons. I've been doing fitting for probably about 4 or 5 years now. Hopefully we can get them dialed in.
TaylorMade rep, right?
TaylorMade rep too as well.
Love it, man. Love it. You want to talk about like kind of the process of what you do, like what you're doing or what you're looking for?
So yeah, generally when we start fitting, we start with a 7-iron.
Sure.
Most of the time that's industry standard.
Sure.
And that's base numbers. And usually we recommend people bring in their own 7-iron.
Disregard these first few swings.
No, you're good, dude.
Oh, okay.
So you're obviously a little tight right now. Initially, I just want you to hit probably about 5 or 10 balls. Kind of get warmed up.
Sure.
There we go. Good ball.
Thanks.
What's your normal miss?
My miss, I'm aiming right side of the green because I usually play like a pull draw. I would prefer to miss left. If I'm lining up right side of the green, I do not want the ball to go right.
Yeah.
And then ultimately my goal is to hit a push draw.
Okay,
That's the biggest. So how long have you been doing repping and all that stuff?
I just started recently, so
really
about a few months ago I just got hired for TaylorMade.
That's what I'm talking
I've been doing
about.
green grass fits for them, and it's been a crazy job, but I love it. So, and I love Rory, I love Tiger, I love all the TaylorMade guys. So it just was a perfect fit for me. We're gonna lean a little bit towards TaylorMade today, but if that doesn't work, it's not the end of the world for me.
I got you. Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at your numbers real quick. So ideally, when you're looking at irons, there's certain numbers as a fitter you want to be looking for.
Sure.
If you look on the far left, second column, launch angle, you ideally want to be between 15 to 22 degrees with a 7-iron.
Okay.
Now, 22 is awfully for the exception of the tour players. We're not tour players. We're not going to launch at 22 degrees.
Yeah.
We're not Rory. We're not Scotty. We're not whoever. We're not Rom. So ideally, if I can get you between those numbers, those are pretty good. And another important number is descent angle. Okay. You want to be around 42 degrees. What descent angle does is how that ball is attacking the green. The higher that descent angle, the higher the chance that ball's going to land higher and then land softer. Backspin, you want to be around 5,500 with like a higher lofted iron. Sure. Or like a jacked up juiced iron, but like with a true lofted iron, like an AP2, like you're playing 68, 7,000, perfect. That's going to spin and sit on the green. So you do have some like weird numbers there, like your carry on that one was like 159 and it just rolled out to 170, but I think more true is that last shot right there, it's like 171 carry, 181 total. That's probably what we're looking for around there.
Sweet.
So 170, 175, we'll call that was what your carry. Let's go ahead and put you something new.
Sweet. Yeah. So like one of my first questions that I have for like average golfers out there, when should they get fitted?
Big thing I would say is if you're brand new to golf, don't get fitted. It's just not conducive. You can get sized, meaning like I can put the correct length on you and stuff like that. Sure. But fitting is kind of more geared towards, in my opinion, it's geared towards guys that are a little bit more consistent. So when you start to see consistent score numbers, say like, it doesn't matter if you shoot 100, but if you constantly shoot 100, then it's time to get fitted.
You'd probably recommend like more getting lessons first if you're just kind of all over the place and then get fitted.
Because in reality, the swing's going to change so many times when you're doing lessons. Sure. So once you get into that area where you feel a little bit more comfortable with what you're working with, that's when I say go and get fitted. And that's when you can get dialed in. So I want to start you in an extra stiff shaft, a little bit light. 105 grams. It's going to be a little bit lighter than the shaft you're in now. Okay.
Feels like a toothpick, I'm not gonna lie.
And that's good. So like as a fitter, you want to kind of get feedback and stuff like that. Yeah. You can see with your backspin, spin's way down now. Earlier we were spinning it a little bit higher. Now we're spinning it less, and that's reflective of shaft. When you're swinging the shaft that's too stiff for you, your spin's gonna jump like crazy. When it's not stiff enough, generally we'll see that the spin just jumps down out of nowhere. So let's change the shaft real quick. There we go.
Yeah, that one felt good. I don't know if it's the P770s or what, but it's like a nice little trampoline. So what are the P770s? Are they
in the category of like a player's distance iron, but not necessarily? So the idea of a P770 is it's smaller head size, so a P790, but it's more compact and it's more promoted for forgiveness. Yeah. And still ball shaping. Whereas the P790, which is like the older sibling in a way, is pure distance and just kind of more forgiving.
Doesn't my boy Collin Morikawa swing TaylorMade?
Collin has a all 3 combo set. Yeah. So his 4-iron's gonna be a 770. Okay. With a little bit weaker loft to match his rest of his set. His 5 through 6 and 7 are gonna be P7 MCs. And then his 8 all the way down through pitch is gonna be the new MB model.
So I just automatically have to buy these because it's Collin.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, cool. Collin's my boy. He's my favorite.
Favorite golfer?
It feels good.
Okay, yeah. let's go to Mizuno real quick.
Okay. Yeah, throw in all the brands, man. I don't care. Whatever works.
I think you may like this. Put you in a Mizuno. So very similar shaft to what you have right now. This is a DG120. So give that a rip and let's see where that goes.
That's bad swing.
This is the Mizuno 223. It's Mizuno's cavity back. Very similar to what the AP2 is.
Got you.
Nothing feels like a Mizuno is what they say. I'm trying to find something similar to what you're in right now.
I got you.
Yeah. But with a little bit more protection for forgiveness, because why work harder than you have to?
Well,
it's all right. It happens. Overall thoughts so far, or initial thoughts?
It doesn't feel as good as the others.
Okay, yeah.
That one felt better. Yeah.
There we go. How does shaft feel? Too loose, or does it just?
I prefer the others.
Okay.
That you've given me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so something a little bit heavier, a little bit stiffer. There we go. So not liking that one as much.
Not as much,
okay,
no.
Cool, that's fine. So the spin is just not there with it, and that's fine. So I'm gonna put you in a T100S now.
Okay.
A lot of players that are Titleist are doing combo set with this. So T100S is kind of more of their cavity back as well.
Sure.
So a lot more forgiving, but it looks like a blade. So it looks like a blade, plays like a blade, feels like a blade, but it's more forgiving than a blade.
I got you.
So far, what do you like out of all the ones I've given you?
The P770s felt good. Mizuno, I didn't like that one as much.
Okay.
The club face is like really small in this.
It's gonna look like a blade and plays like a blade, like I said.
Okay.
I just want to see how you do with that.
Nothing.
All right, cool. How's shaft feel though on this one?
Feels pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
Pretty good.
Okay.
I don't even know what I want. Do I want a lighter shaft? Do I want a heavier one?
That's up to you.
That's up to me?
That's up to you to discern.
Jeez.
So, it's a little bit of my input as well, but
Yeah.
from what I'm seeing, a heavier shaft does benefit you. You're a little bit of a strong guy. You're gonna have a quicker transition, quicker swing. So it's just whatever's gonna feel more comfortable at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, cool. We're gonna hop back to 770.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try this combination with it. I think
Gotcha.
you'll like it. So how long have you had your irons? Let me ask you that.
So I've been playing seriously for a little over a year now. So I've had them for probably like 13, 14 months. Yeah, they're the only irons that I've ever owned, so.
Okay, cool, cool. Sometimes you find out as a fitter, people hit their own like shaft and iron head combination a little bit better.
Yeah.
And I want to try, because your spin numbers were great with your AP2s. And for some reason we can't get anywhere near that. So let's go back to your old shaft.
Okay.
And I want to see where that's gonna go for us. Because I have a hunch that may actually work out. That's why it's also good to bring in your own clubs too.
Yeah.
Because it also kind of gives the club fitter a baseline of what we're at.
Do some people just never bring in their clubs? Like they
yeah,
just
some people actually come in with they come in with nothing. Sometimes I don't know what to give them.
Yeah.
So we'll give them something like as a baseline. Generally within like the first few shots, like I tell you, you're gonna see like if they're, for lack of better terms, good golfer, bad golfer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then just kind of go from there. What do you think of cavity back versus blade? I've heard different things of like, with blades, people use blades to try and work into them. Like, what are your thoughts on all that?
Blades are great if you go play every day.
If you play every day?
If you play every day, or you like try and get that more consistent feeling. Blades basically are gonna tell you where you're missing and how you're missing it.
Yeah, it's immediate feedback.
It's immediate
right?
feedback. Cavity back's a little bit of that, but slightly more forgiving. So I mean, if you're out, let's say 3 times a week and you're at the range 2 times a week, I would say you can definitely try to go to blades if you're like a lower handicap.
Sure.
But if you're like a still like double-digit higher handicap, I wouldn't recommend it. Cavity back, sure, if you're kind of like in like the 10, 11, 12, trying to creep down towards a single digit, I would say sure, try it, but obviously go get fitted. That's the best way to do it.
No, I hear you.
So this is a dynamic gold tour issue shaft. It's a little heavier shaft. This is gonna get that spin back up in the air for you, hopefully.
Felt better.
Felt and looked probably much better. Spins back up, so we're creeping towards that higher 5500s, all that stuff for 5000s.
Yeah, that felt good.
There we go.
That was like a springboard.
So now this is where I want to tweak the loft. What I'm gonna do here is go 1 degrees weak in loft actually. So we're gonna put this back to your traditional loft with an AP2.
Well, there you go.
So,
sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the club head or like the combination you made, but this is like the best.
Look at your backspin, 6200.
That's what we're looking for, right?
Yep, what we're looking for.
Sweet.
Your carry's still there, so like obviously it's gonna spin a little bit more and your loft a little bit higher.
Yeah, this definitely feels the best. Got a little quick, so that was a little pull.
It's all right. That's your normal miss though, so it's all
right.
There we go. But I think this is the combination we're looking for though.
This is the best feeling one so far. Yeah. The whole point of the channel is trying to help people that are trying to break it, like myself. Yeah. As a club fitter, a TaylorMade rep, what's your #1 piece of advice for somebody trying to do that?
Go play more. That's cliche, but it's all about saving strokes. So but also it's like course management and saving strokes. So it's finding places where you want to put your driver, take the smarter shot like, hey, it's tighter, I'm gonna hit a 3-wood. don't always go for it. When you're trying to save strokes, it's always about chipping and putting too.
Always about chipping and putting.
For me, it's about chipping and putting.
Name of the game.
And it's also getting closer to the hole.
Yeah.
So if you want to give yourself a bigger chance to hold that birdie or par putt. For me, my general rule of thumb is if I can get it within 15 feet, I feel pretty confident to hit that putt.
So it is about chipping and putting at that point.
It's more about like almost being like a surgeon almost. You gotta be very exact in where you want to put stuff.
That's interesting though, because a lot of people say like you just need to go to the range like 6 days a week, 5-6 days a week, and then play once. You know what I'm saying?
Reps are good because I mean, like, what you used to play baseball, right?
Yeah.
So like BP is different playing in real game.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're doing live pitches and BP, you're hitting off a machine.
Yeah. How often would you recommend somebody, like if they're, let's say they are playing every single day.
Yeah.
How often do you recommend the range and how often do you recommend playing, or is it a mixture of both?
It's a mixture of both. I feel like for me, ranges are more of a technical thing. You want to feel certain things, you want to do certain things with your swing at the range.
Sure.
And then eventually, if you feel confident with it, you can transfer that to the course. You don't want to play golf swing on the course. That's why
that's money. Yeah, that's huge. When you have like multiple swing thoughts while you're trying to play, it's impossible. I'm gonna take 30 seconds really quick just to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for allowing us to grow. It's been an incredible experience so far playing golf and being able to post it. So if you could, please help continue that by liking, sharing, and subscribing. It's allowing me to do what I've always wanted to do, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Also, if you guys are invested in our podcast, the podcast itself will be moved to Apple and Spotify. We're still gonna do the recaps. We're still gonna do a weekly Jordan and I sit down and just talk about golf, talk about our lives, just what's going on with Pure Golf as well. If you are invested with the podcast, like I said, it will be there. Links will be in the description. Let's get back to the video.
We're gonna look at your AP2s because we're gonna try to be, like I said, be better or be just as good as your AP2. So you're averaging 113 ball speed. Your launch is 20 degrees, that's your average, and then your backspin 6,300. The descent angle is 46.3. Carry, it's 162. So let's go down here to 770 with the Tourist Shoe Dynamic Gold. Ball speed is just the same. Launch angle is basically the same. Backspin's a little low just because we did shank a few, but like we're hitting the marks. So let's go back to that table. So we're hitting the marks there. It's just obviously we got some numbers that are skewed in, so it's still like 6, 6, 5, 8. That's still pretty good.
That's what we're looking for.
That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
Descent angle, just as good.
Yep.
Honestly. And carry, a little bit better. 2 degrees, 2.8 yards to the left on a good ball, 3.3 to the right. We're looking at these numbers that are just all very, very tight in dispersion. If I'm a golfer, I'm taking that whole circle right there.
Oh yeah.
These are fine. That's still pitch in
for
or
sure.
chip or whatever. But obviously, I'm taking these 4 right here. These 4, and short's fine too for me.
Yeah.
But long, I'm not. You said your miss is long. You'd rather be long and left. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yep.
No, that's good.
Yeah. So
I like that.
what your AP2s were the blue dots. So your blue dots right there, a lot of more dispersion.
Yeah.
Look at these white dots. A lot tighter.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it.
All right, let's have some fun actually. Let's see if you can hit the green.
Now there's just pressure on me to actually hit the shot, right? It was a miss.
It's a miss, but look. There we go, dude.
Yeah, that felt really good.
Right down the line.
Good.
Look at that.
It's a miss.
That's a miss.
That's so funny that that's a miss and it's gonna be right on line.
Gonna kick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Have you ever had somebody like come in here and be like, you know what, like I want blades. I don't care how bad it's gonna make me. Have you ever had somebody do that?
So some people do come in here and they're like, I just strictly want blades, I want blades, I want blades.
Yeah.
And I will tell them first, it's like, you're not gonna hit as far as you're gonna normally hit. And if they're okay with it, then we'll move forward.
Sure.
You wanna try a blade?
I wanna try a blade.
All right, let's put you in a blade.
I do wanna try a blade.
This is exactly what Colin's gonna be hitting. The idea of the 7MC this year, or 7MB, sorry, it's designed after Colin's style, how he likes it. So when he won the British Open 2 years ago, his problem was that he found that he couldn't get his blades through the ground effectively because the leading edge was more rounded than his MC. So he went 4 through pitch MC instead.
Gotcha.
And that's what led him to get that cleaner turf interaction.
Got you, okay.
So what they did this year was they kind of mimicked that as well.
Really?
So what they did is blade looks still, but they gave it a little sharper leading edge.
So if I flush this thing on the very first one, you'd be like, well, Zach, you need to get it.
I'll say you should get him. So I'm going to say you're probably going to hit it maybe 5-10 yards shorter in carry.
I gotcha.
So, or you just flush it. That's fine. You can go a little bit shorter, or you just flush it, but still.
I was about to say that, like looking down on the ball with the blade compared to, you know, any like hybrid or whatever other club you use, it is so much smaller. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like the ball is like filling up the entire face.
And some people like that. So like some people who want to go to blades, their idea is aim small, miss small.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a lot about what your hands and your swings do. But some people like that because they can just focus more on what they need to miss.
No, I get that. Yeah, well, that worked. Your swing thought worked perfectly.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
That's gonna sit. There you go.
Dude, that thing is money.
There you go.
Dude.
Maybe you should go to blades now.
I was about to say, this thing feels almost better than the P770s.
I mean, yeah, it's a blade.
It's so funny.
But yeah, but I would say eventually you could probably get to it. But right now, stick with 770 and you should be fine. But
absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, any other questions, man?
What's one thing that, if you could tell an average golfer about club fitting, in preparation, if they've never gone into club fitting before, what would you say?
I would say what helps the club fitter more than anything, usually when people come in here at the PGA store or when I fit for people at TaylorMade, I kind of start by asking, like, what are you looking for? Whereas, like, and people straight off you say, I don't know, or some people would be like, I want this, that.
Yeah.
So I think it helps out the club fitter more than anything if you kind of tell them what you want and then an idea of what you want, or a kind of general idea.
Got you.
And also ball speed. Usually people kind of start off asking you what's your club head speed or ball speed. If you kind of know that, that kind of helps the club fitter out too.
That's huge. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Is there any final things you want to say?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, other than you may need to go blades in the next year or two.
I was about to say, that felt money.
Yeah,
dude. I absolutely love that.
Potentially combo set maybe, but still.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Sweet. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you could, please like, share, subscribe. Do you want me to link any of your socials down below?
Yeah, you can just put my Instagram or something like that.
When I edit this, I'll shoot you a text and be like, yo, just send me everything,
no problem,
and then we'll link it up. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, peace out.
Peace out, guys.
Sweet. Thank you, bro.
That was dope.